This tutorial is for 3rd grade, Module 2, Lesson 19. The directions for this lesson say solve using a number line, expanded form, or place value disks. This lesson kind of wraps up the previous 3 lessons showing different strategies students can use for subtraction. I'll show an example of each of these. I'm going to start by using an open number line to solve 340 minus 60. I'll draw my number line, and I'm going to start with 340 at the right side, and from here I'll hop backwards 60. My first hop is going to be a hop of 40 because that puts me at the friendly number of 300. From there I'll hop back another 20, and that gives me my total of 60. When I hop backwards 20 from my 300, I land at 280. And that means that 340 minus 60 is equal to 280. So that's the strategy of using an open number line to solve a subtraction problem. I'll use expanded form subtraction to subtract the second problem. We have 513 minus 148. I'm going to show each of my numbers in expanded form. 513 is 500, 10, and 3. So I've taken each digit and I've expanded it to show their value according to their place value. Now I'm going to do the same thing for 148. We have 100, 40, and 8, and we'll show that we're subtracting. Starting in my ones column, I need to subtract 8, but I only have 3. I'm going to go over to my tens column, and I'm going to take the 10 that is there, that leaves 0 tens. I'm going to decompose it into 10 ones. That gives me 13 ones altogether. Now I can subtract. 13 minus 8 is 5. In my tens column, I need to subtract 40, but I don't have any tens. So I'm going to take 100 away from my 500. That leaves 400. Now take that 100 and put it into my tens column because it's the same thing as 10 groups of 10. Now I can subtract. 100 minus 40 is 60. And in my hundreds column, I will subtract 100 from 400. That leaves 300. Now all I have to do is combine my 3 answers. 360 and 5 is 365, and that's the answer to my subtraction problem. I'll show my last problem using place value charts and the vertical format for the standard algorithm. I have the problem 703, and I'm subtracting 248. I'll start by writing the problem vertically. So we'll show 703 minus 248. Now I'm going to draw a place value chart showing our hundreds, tens, and ones. We'll start with 703, which is made up of 7 hundreds, so I'll use 1 disk for each 100. I have 0 tens and then 3 ones. Now to subtract 248, I'm going to start by subtracting my ones, which means I need to subtract 8 ones. I only have 3 ones, so we're going to do some decomposing here. I'm going to take one of my hundreds, and I'm going to decompose it into 10 tens, because 100 is the same thing as 10 tens. We'll cross that off to show that that's gone. I now have 10 groups of 10. I'm going to take one of those and I'll decompose it into 10 ones. 1 10 is the same thing as 10 ones. Now I've done all this because that gives me 13 ones, which means now I can subtract 8 of them. To show my subtraction, I'm just going to cross off 8 disks. So we have 3 here and 5 more would make 8. That leaves me with 5 disks. In my tens place, I need to subtract 4 tens. That disk is gone since we decomposed it. Now I just need to subtract 4 more. So I'll cross off 4 of those. That leaves me with 5 groups of 10. And finally, I need to subtract 2 from my hundreds column. I'll cross off 2 more disks, and that leaves me with 4 disks. for a final answer of 455. Now let's show that over on the vertical format here. I started off by looking at my ones column. I need to subtract 8. I only have 3 here, so I need to get some more ones. I don't have any tens, so I can't use that, but I can go over to the hundreds column and I can take one of those hundreds. That left 6 hundreds. I decomposed that into 10 tens. Then I took one of those tens and that left 9 tens. I decomposed it into 10 ones and combined that with the 3 that I had at the start. That gave me 13 ones. 13 minus 8 is 5. Then in my tens column, I had the 9 left over. I have 9 tens minus 4 tens equals 5 tens. And in my hundreds column, I had 6 discs and I crossed off 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. The final answer is 455, and the place value chart matches what we did with the vertical format for the standard algorithm of subtraction.